Yo, what's up, Alika? What's up, Kev? Let's go! How you doing, guys? Alright, let's open that. I'm gonna have to fix the cam, probably, because I forgot to plug it before the stream. Just got it back from last weekend. Let's go! Welcome in, let's go! Pop, 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 pop! It's time to work on the Datsun. Let's go! Happy to see that you tried your sound, Mr. Only Cow. I knew you would, and there it is. You got it. It's right there. What are we going to do today? We're gonna be working on the Datsun. Of course, obviously, we're gonna be probably starting with a quick modification of the exhaust, even though I kind of want to leave it there and just work on something else. I just want to try to get a bit more clearance. And also we have to try this. We have two little boxes here. So we're gonna see if we need to make a bit more improvement on the exhaust later on. You wanna be the first one to see that, guys? You wanna be the first one? This is the exhaust tip. It's gonna be what's going out at the back. I don't think everyone's gonna like it. I don't think everyone's gonna actually like them, but I feel like under the massive bumper at the back of the car, they're gonna look quite cool. So let me show them to you, and it's going into the vibe of the car. There we go. That's gonna be the muffler tip. 3.5 inches out, 2.25 in. Burnt tip like that, carbon fiber outer shield. So just enough sneaky to my taste. We'll see over time if I'm getting like tired of seeing them, but honestly I wanted something a bit more stealthy than something too bright at the back, so I feel like that's doing the job, and we're gonna have two of them, so that's gonna be a sick stealthy tips without being too stealthy, having, like, you know, that little bit of a spark there. So that's gonna be great. Let's open up the second one, and what I want to see this afternoon, it's if it's fitting quite well in place, because basically I feel like I'm gonna have to just make them get closer to each other. That's like my gut's feeling right now, but we can't know before we try. And those are some cheap version of it, because there's the Akrapovic one, and there's like bigger brand one for those. They're based on a BMW exhaust tip. And since that car is a Frankenstein, I felt like it was fitting pretty well. It was suiting the car. There we go. All right. Here we are with two of them. So the idea is to get something that's gonna look like this. Whop, whop, and maybe some backfire getting out of those. So yeah, I love the burnt tip, to be fair, I really love that. It's really JDM type of thing, so I'm a sucker for those. All right, let's try the cam and see if it works. And then we're gonna do that once this is done. What we're gonna do is raise the car, probably test, just test fit, well, not test fitting, just basically drop the midsection of the exhaust, smash it. So we're gonna do that before there's too many people in here. We're just gonna smash it and dent it well so it clears the cross member a little bit better at the back. And then after that, reinstall it, and we're starting the drive-by-wire conversion. And man, it's gonna be good. Also, for those of you who were there, I'll have to see them on the car, but I think I like them. Yeah, fair. I mean, honestly, I can't wait to see them on the car, but being like a gold and black car and with a massive like real 70, 80 type of bumper, you know, like that big massive thing like on top of the car. So those are just gonna match with the black bumper right above them. Like, you know, those big bumper that were like just that tall, but they are really sticking out of the car by this. So those are gonna match that pretty well, I think. So fingers crossed, we're gonna test that and see. My idea is that right now they're probably gonna sit like this, which is too far apart, and I'm gonna make sure they sit more like this with like maybe half a centimeter, like 5 mil in between them. That will be perfect. We want a tight fit. So yeah, that's the plan today. Also, those who were there when we tried to test the exhaust line and the car was running like shit, like it was starting and dying, I figured out why this morning. You wanna know? Did you know that in a car using some dinosaur fluid, you need to make sure the tank has enough dinosaur fluid to run? The more you know. I just dropped like 15 liters of fuel in it, crank, started like a charm. So there you go, the more you know. So yep, there's that. Today we're also going to use that. We receive a new tool, which is a lovely thing like this. So 27 mil they call that a crowfoot. Basically, you can use that to get access into tight spot. We saw that we had a leak from the cooler, the engine oil cooler, but right at the adapter on the engine. But I didn't have access to that with my AN wrench, so that's gonna allow us to grab the fitting and just tighten it up a little bit more. We're on some coffee too this morning, but first of all, let's start working. Let's see. Yes, you are absolutely dark, and now you shine bright like a diamond. Perfect. So if we're going there, that means I can bring you with me. Whee! And we should be good. Oh, Kev, this morning I did a race just to get my promotion, my B license on iRacing. People on Sebring GT4 are not as clean as the race we did. We're gonna go on the other side actually. Man, that was trash. Right at the beginning wasn't too bad, but after a few minutes, like people were just dying left and right because they were just not paying attention to what was around them. I got kicked in the field for no freaking reason. Like nothing was going well, but I was like, nah, I'm just here to complete the race. I don't need to like finish in a good position, and so I just focus on that, and it kind of worked. But man, that was messy. All right. You don't see shit like that, but like this you do. Yep. So if I'm going there, yep, you will. Oh, I haven't reconnected that. Man. Honestly, okay, the worst was the first one. I don't remember. Oh yeah, my second one was a 4X contact, but with no incident actually. Like nothing really happened, just probably damage. And I'm the one that got damaged because I got spun by a GTP. Was that GTP or LMP2? I think it's LMP2 with us in GT4. But I got spun by one just because I was behind a GT3 car and the GT3 was slower than me. So I had to brake. The other one was just in my ass, like, and he just ran me and it spun me outside. But like, man, just before that, I had to do a 1X because someone just cut on me, even though I was right next to him, and I had to like avoid a collision and all that. Like, man, it was nuts. People are so bad. They're so bad. But hey, it's part of the game, you know. All right, what I want to do is reconnect my commands because I always forget when I bring new sounds in. So let's do this, that, let's copy that. Let's bring that in here. It's not the voice control, it's the stream apps. Edit, copy, the IP, copy the password. There we go, click OK, force the reconnect. Boom! We're in business, baby. Hell yeah! Dual side. Bam! All right, let's go test the tips on the car. So yeah, I really feel like they're gonna be too far apart. I'm like almost 100% sure, but let's try that. So the idea here, man, my garage is a mess right now. The idea is gonna be to get that. Oh, and we have a fitment issue now. So yeah, I will need to bring that one towards here. But the idea is gonna have to get these in here. Are you fitting at all? Well, that should fit. Okay, I'm gonna have to open up the tabs a little bit, I think, if I want it to fit properly. But yeah, once we're gonna have the bumper in and that's set up, I'm just gonna line them up for now. It's actually not too bad, but yeah, I want to bring that closer together like this. And I think I'm gonna mostly modify the right side here just to make it a little bit on the side. And that being said, it's gonna fit like flush. You see the bumper here, like it's sticking out a little bit more, so it's gonna fit perfectly under the bumper. Awesome. Yeah, I really think I'm gonna like him. They're gonna look sick with the car. All right, well, we have to modify that. It won't happen today. It's gonna be later on when we're finishing the aesthetic of it. Front cam. There we go. So let's just put that back together and throw that back in their box and put that aside. But at least we have the info we needed there. First thing done today. Hey, progression. Let's go with that. Let's go with this. So yeah, no, I think those are gonna look really, really great. They won't be too much, they won't be too ricey, but they have a little twist that you don't see a lot on most cars, so I'm loving them. I don't know, like the logo in itself, I don't really care, like it's not looking great or bad on top of it. I was thinking about putting them upside down if needed, but like at this point I don't really care. Cool. Next step now, we're gonna raise the car. Let's bring back the camera so we don't raise with the cable on. Let's make sure I haven't moved any legs on the lift. That's still lining up, that's still lining up. Perfect, let's check the other side because I've been walking around a little bit this morning. So, see that one move a little bit. That one is good. All right. Woo! Rise and shine, motherfucker. But yeah, no, iRacing was a bit nuts this morning. I'm not gonna lie, I just practiced 15 minutes with the GT4, which I'm not used to at all, so you know, nothing to help me. Nothing to help. Two things actually we want to take a look this morning under the car. We want to check for the exhaust that is swinging left and right at the back, like the muffler can move a little bit too much. And we want to check for clearing a little bit more the cross member. That's the two main things we need to take a look at. Pam, 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 pam. Always need to take our time with that lift, but at least we have a lift, right? So yeah, at least I was able to start the car again this morning and everything was running better, so that's a huge improvement. Do I have my seat? It's there. I will maybe love to get it there, or just at least at a flatbed like this. Cool. So yeah, this morning I went on, grabbed a 20 liter of Supreme fuel, put that in the car, tested it again, and boop, everything runs great. Magic. All right. So what we're looking for right now, dual side. Dual side. There we go. So what we're looking for at the minute is that section right there. So where it's meeting with the gold parts. Right here, we already smashed that, but it is sitting right on it. So there's that, and there's the fact that the muffler in itself can swing quite a lot, and I see the entire exhaust line moving because of that. So what we will love to do is probably set it as far as possible to this side here and try to lock it there, which will be pretty much the best thing to do. But now we have to decide whether or not we want that, or we want to keep it as close as possible there too, because that could be a thing. Keeping it here will mean basically we have more clearance on the side here. Oh my god, that car is rusty in some spot. And more clearance with the tire, which is already not too much. Yo, what's up, Orange? Plenty of clearance here. That's good. Yeah, I think that is actually more what we're looking for. How you doing, sir? Good morning. Well, afternoon. In my head, I'm still in the morning. Even if it's been a while, I'm awake. However, we're not clearing as much here if I'm going there. Well, here I'm clearing way more. At this point with the tire, I feel like, yeah. Should have tried to push it a little bit further back. Yep, should have pushed that a little bit further back just to clear a little bit more. Or in between. The in-between might be the way to play it. I mean, those are not going to move that much. We're clearing quite well here. We're clearing better here. Because we need to make sure we're not having any issues with something hitting something else, you know? Oi, stay there. Cunt. Let's start making some clearance through here. Man, that was fun yesterday, by the way, Orange. Such a good raid at the end. Sucks that we died, but was still pretty cool. Those little rats. Can't trust them. All right, you need to go over there. Was kind of refreshing, to be fair. All right, so I mark a new part here. I could add some clearance too, so that's good. Gonna do that. Yo, I got a really nice weld right here. This section there is really good. I just realized. See? That one's really looking great. The other ones, okay, they are doing the job. All right, that's awesome. Everything else, yeah, I will be happy if I could lock it in place. So I feel like quick intuition like that, if I want to clear that, I need to basically lock it here at the back. So like where the muffler's hanging right here, I need to kind of lock that. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna be locking that, because basically the fact you can move left and right, I don't have a lot of control on that. I will need like really something to say, hey, stay there. Like just basically stay there. And I don't see what could be that thing. Because it kind of needs to lock so that it cannot go there. Like it's like if I needed 2 locks on each sides just to prevent it to move left and right. But at the same time, it's not really what we're looking for. We don't want to hang it like crazy. Or we modify the center, see if it's getting looser, and if so, then we're gonna see. Because technically, if I was to lock that pipe here, like somewhere around here, if I was to lock that with a mount, it could prevent some sway and all. That, or with the differential mount, could be a way to do it also. Just to prevent it from going left and right. But like here, it will only prevent the right side. It could still come back on it. I have no clue. We're gonna figure out. All right, let's remove this and let's disconnect the exhaust and smash on it. Let's get a little bit violent on it. How about that? Up. Getting out of here. Grabbing the tools, grabbing this, that's 19, right? No, that's 17. So the 19 is somewhere else, and I just need to remember where. Hopefully it was not under the box over there, because if so, it might be rusty. No, it's right under here. Perfect. I grab the tools and put them in a safe place, because with the snow melting, sadly, my garage is not really, it is not really well done, and so some water got in here under the car this week. That's not tight the thing, but loosen the thing. So that's hanging together like that. That's cool. That's legit working great. No, it's really that one. It's the weight of that one here that is actually changing that. If I was to hold it just there, that would be perfect. Even if it's getting too close of that. Just put it, something to hang it. Because right now it's kind of clearing. It's like I'm missing just a slight angle on it. Oh, that sucks. So it's either that, or if I'm pushing that, it's like that surface here isn't at the right angle. Like it will need just a few degrees more to make it work. So I think we're just really gonna clear the underside here. We'll see if the weld is cracking or not. If we smashed it, if we smash it too much, but hey, it's gotta be the best way to just get something to work quickly without losing too much time, and like technically won't make a lot of difference. Maybe a slight restriction or a noise in the flow, but like it's not too bad. Really not too bad. I'm okay with that idea there. So yep. All right, let's keep going. We're gonna disconnect here. Welcome anybody joining. By the way, I hope you're having a beautiful Saturday. It's been a while, we haven't been live on a Saturday. That's great, that works for me. Honestly, after hearing it idle a little bit more this morning, I feel like once it's gonna be hot, like it won't be a cold start, the car might not be too loud, so we might be good to run it just like this. All right, not exactly what I was expecting there. As a result, there we go. I think I have an idea of what we're gonna do to when we're gonna put it back in place. So let's put that aside with the 2 wrench with it, and let's take it out. So we're doing a proof of concept that our exhaust is actually easy to remove. Like it's really no big deal. Interesting that. Love it. Why do I have water in here? Condensation, maybe? I just dropped 2 washer on the ground. There it goes. Easy to take out. All right, exhaust removal, success. Let's make a cleanup on the workbench because we're gonna need it. Yeah, I have some water in here. I think it's just condensation. Smell a little bit like gas, but like it's not intense. I'm tempted to take a towel and put some on it and just test if it's flammable or not. Just to see if we have maybe some issues with an injector or something flooding the actual thing. Just gonna make sure my hands are dry if we're about to test that. Well, yeah, let's just try it quickly. May seems a little bit reckless, but it's just like if it's water, the towel won't try to catch on fire. But if it's more than that, if it's fuel, it might go in a little flame. I took most of it. It's not really on that. All right, do I have matches? Do I still have some matches around? I do. Let's try that with some matches. Let's see if it's something flammable. I'm gonna do that off cam in case it goes bad. No, my match are not working great. Those matches are not great. I don't want like to put a torch on it. It's not evaporating really fast, so there we go. All right, so it's wet right there. It doesn't catch it. So welcome into the land of this is just moist. This is just wet. So we're good. If it has done a that we will know it's a fuel and that will be bad. Bad, but we are good right now. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So let's take that out of the way. That and that we're gonna need. The gloves, we can put that aside. Put the welder back in place. Technically today we're not doing any welding. Technically. It's lovely, I love it. The crow food on the side. Same for this, that. Front cam. All right, there we go. And let's take the coffee somewhere else. Do you love my mug today, guys? That's beautiful. I really love that mug, one of my favorite. And that's one of the rare stupid thing like that I'm just impulsive buying. I saw it and I knew I needed that. So yep. All right. So here's the idea. That here already smashed it. We're gonna try to smash it even more because here we have like a little like fitting on top, doing a bump. Those two pipes are in like inside each other. And basically they're just welded together there, so we're just gonna try to smash that and put that further back in. And same on this side here. Basically I marked this and I would love to bring that shape a little bit further up here, just to clear a little bit more of the drive shaft in itself. So that's what we're gonna try. Let's do it. We'll see if that works. We're gonna warm up the pipe just to give us a chance for it to not crack. However, I feel like I might be out of gas soon, so we'll see that in the meantime. Well, we are doing it, so let's see how we can fit that here. That was almost on my toes. Is there a way? That's actually not bad. Tonk, 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 tonk. All right, let's try that. I'm gonna warm it up. I'm gonna put welding gloves just in case I put my hand right on it. I'm gonna put the small ones, should be enough. And here we go. So I'm gonna warm it up and then we're gonna reduce the mic volume because we're gonna be smashing. That pipe is going to have a blast. There we go. So much dirt on the ground. So yeah, really that section is just the one that is a bit tight. I will do it definitely if I had to redo it again, but at the same time I kind of like the fact we did it in pretty much a straight line. It's just that it's not suiting the car that well. So it's gonna be something for later on to maybe modify or something, but like for now it's good enough. A big piece of wood, yeah, for the big log. Fair. That sucks. Honestly, when you're lacking of like a consumable, like you're just running out of it, it sucks so much because you're like, I want to work, but I can't. Life is not fair. Let's bring it red hot so we have a bit of fun, because it's gonna be easier to smash. It's getting red. This is milled steel also, so it's gonna bend more than cracking usually compared to stainless, so that's gonna help us. Nice, that's sick. So freaking cool. All right, let's smash that. Loud noise.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
All right, so we just give that little kink in it that should basically give us a bit more clearance on the drive shaft. So basically, exhaust flow are gonna get there. They're gonna get squeezed a little bit, which is gonna result in mostly them gaining some speed and then slowing down when they get there. Like, it won't matter too much. Beat that shaft, heck yeah. So like the problem is, okay, while making a small channel and get further, I need to make one. I get it. That's crazy. I love the fact you're building those blades and those tools to like suit what you want to build, Orange. That's sick. That's totally insane. So yeah, so basically for any one of you being worried about power and stuff like that, that kind of dent doesn't change a single thing. First of all, when measuring like with the proper mathematic behind the exhaust flow, we saw that 2.5 inches was pretty much bang on for what we did to the car. And that like 2.5 inches would have been technically enough in terms of size. Now we're putting some restriction with the muffler and all, but we increase the flow by and reducing the pressure by increasing the pipe to 3 inches. So having a section there where we maybe bring it back to 2 3/4 or something like that isn't bad at all. Like, it won't change anything in terms of power. So that's pretty cool. And we just gave it a nice little bend so that like it clears the drive shaft a little bit more. Now we're gonna do the exact same shit, flipping that over and bringing that right here, where we're gonna be basically, there we go, that's good. We're gonna be smashing that right here just to increase the dent, because right now it wasn't too bad, but it's not exactly enough. So we're gonna add some more here and make it go further away. So let's heat that up and let's get it done. And then we just put back that thing on the car and call it a day. Smoke. Can't wait for that exhaust to explode, because we're, oh. That's weird. But yeah, so basically I can't wait to explode that exhaust with a backfire. That's gonna be great. I don't know if the muffler at the back is gonna be enough to prevent backfire. I'm not sure, and that's great, because we don't have catalytic converter on it. Captain Planet doesn't like us, but it's okay. We're gonna deal with him later on. So I really want to warm the well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we have the vibe like last night. Let's warm up that well. Oh yeah, orange and only color have the vibe. Where are you from? And after that, we start removing the throttle pedal. Or throttle body, I'm not decided yet. Throttle body will be an easy win. Throttle pedal is gonna be longer and harder, so I kind of want to start that. So that way, if I have the time to do another stream tomorrow, we might get through that pretty quickly. There's a world where at the end of this weekend, the drive-by-wire setup is done, if everything goes well. Loud noise.
Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Hold up, where you from? squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Hold up, where you from? Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Hold up, where you from?
This is definitely too small, and guess what? That thing here is definitely too small. All right, enjoy the swim, man. That sounds great. Oh my God, I have a bit of envy there. All right, so we did put it further down on quite a good length. We're gonna try that in the car. We're gonna see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll see that later on, I think. So it's really just small steps just to get it to fit well in place. And as we know, that's not beautiful, but if it works, it works. Dual side. All right, let's throw that back in the car. Need to take care, cause right now it's hot. And I want to try a new way to set it up in the car, which is we're gonna slip it in and we're gonna connect both ends instead of doing the center. So we're gonna slide the center in first, like this, and that, just like so. Then we're gonna connect this, the other end there with the muffler, and then basically from there, we're gonna see if we have a bit of adjustment there to clear it a little bit more. That would be great. Maybe it won't work that way, but we'll see if it does. If it does, we might be on to something. All right. Yeah, for those who don't know, Only Cow is in the south right now, enjoying some vacation, which is great, with what I will assume is vacation with the wife. There we go. Up, I need the nut. Need to switch that up there. There we go. So that one is done. Now let's go back to the back here. So right about here, you should see it right there. So what we're gonna look for is to connect these two. So right now they are really well connected. Like right now, that will be the dream. Let's just try to get it to fit in there well. So I'm gonna remove the nut. Do that. Bang on one into the other. Like daddy into mommy. Wait, what? So right now, just like that. There we go. Now let's see if we can manage a better fitment there right here. So right now it's kind of touching. So what we will need is this to get there. So what we're gonna do is play with that. There we go. If we were to send it there, we might have a chance to clear everything. Now we're having plenty of clearance, or way more clearance at least than we had, which is fantastic. So what we're gonna do is start locking the midsection there. Slowly, and we'll see if it moves too much. So right now what I'm doing is locking those midsection mount. And see, that's what we don't want it to do. Let's test if I was to. Yep, so there's something to do here, for sure. It's gonna be tougher than I think. That. So right now it seems like it's not touching, even though it's really close. Let's see if I can fix that here. I don't know. It helped for sure, but it's just clearing by barely a millimeter, so maybe it's gonna burn the powder coat over time. I'm gonna have to check that out eventually. There we go. Definitely gain a little bit of something. I feel like right now, as it is right now, if I was to get it there, that will be, that's not hitting anything. Now it is. Now it is not. So I will just need to bring that closer here. Interesting. Oh, I have an idea of a redneck thing. I'm never a really good person when it comes to exhaust because I always want to cheat them. I can see a world where I want to push that muffler even further back. But yeah, right now what I want to do is mostly bring that towards here. If only I had a bracket to grab onto here, that would be great. Because basically right now, at the very back, we are doing good, except that here we're kind of touching now, but if I swing it a little bit further like this, we're good. If I just push a little bit on it, we're good. I'm just trying to avoid putting too much stress on it, but just like that will be perfect. That wouldn't move too much, still have a bit of play, but like that will be perfect right here. I would love to increase the clearance here. I should have shortened it by even more and push it further back. Maybe we're gonna be cutting that at some point and just extend it a little bit more. Just because I'm saying that, but the hanger won't fit anymore. I mean, they could fit. Technically they could. But yeah, right now I would love to just set it there. We're gonna have to figure something out, but I don't think it's gonna be today. Could always bring something at the back here just to hold it in there. Yeah, that's not great. So bring that up here pretty much. If I was to grab that. Hey, that's the girlfriend. So, be right back, guys. All right. Flo was just coming by saying hi. What's up, Neurofox? Neurofox. Yeah! Comment ça va? Comment ça va? Bon matin. Parce que oui, c'est le matin encore. Max Verstappen. Dun, 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 dun. Max Verstappen. Yo, what up? All right, so exhaust modified, almost working. One thing to finish, but we're gonna see that at some point. I'm over it for this morning. I don't want to work on that anymore for a while. It's good enough to at least test it. So yeah, we're gonna see that later on. Basically, as I was saying, I just need to grab that and basically hang it there, but there's no material for me to hang onto. Like I don't have anything. So I might have to cheat something, and I don't want to think about that just yet. I just wanted to hold there. No bracket anywhere that I can use on that side, so it's gonna be a bit painful. I don't want to think about it too much. I think it's gonna end up with just a steel wire grabbing the side here and sending it there, like grabbing the bracket above and just sending it to the side just to apply a slight pressure without being too much. So it's gonna be able to shake like this, and it's gonna be perfect for me for now. And we're gonna fix that again later on. All right, let's take everything out of under the car because we're gonna drop it, and we're starting the throttle body and gas pedal. What are we working on though? Throttle body, like I said, easy win. Kind of want to keep it for later on. Front cam. There we go. Kind of want to keep it for later on, but it will be an easy win. Or throttle pedal, not as easy, but if we get it done, we're gonna be freaking proud. Or if we run into problems, at least we're gonna know already. So I think throttle pedal is the way to go, right? I really do believe it's gonna be the way to go. Also, I need to add just a tiny bit of pressure on one of the brake line because we still have a small leak, like really minimal. Like just to say there's a bit of a drop under it. So we're just gonna give it a little twist, and same on the fuel line, not fuel line, oil line. Actually, oil line, we're gonna do it right away because we need the car to be up. So we're gonna go with our crow foot right here, 27 mil. We're gonna grab the hardware for it, which should be something like bigger than that. Huh, interesting. So how does a crow foot work? Let me show that to you because it's really freaking cool. Let's put two together, I guess. There we go. So, the way that works, you can take extension and you can just push that in there. And basically with a ratchet, it's just like gonna help us have a pivot point at a distance to twist it and basically finish tightening the oil line that were not accessible. So 27 mil is dash 10 AN stuff, so that's where we're gonna be going. Dual side. There we go. So basically where we're going is right above here, right on top of the oil filter. We can see some oil drips on that module, and that's because we didn't have a proper access to tie that thing up. So now let me figure out where my big ratchet is. It's right here, and we're gonna go in there trying to tighten that up. So it's really just so we have access here and see how that is going to help us there. If I can make it fit. There we go. So just like that, that's removing pressure. That's the removing pressure. It's really based on the angle there. See? No, I'm releasing it right now. Well, that's how good it is. So we can really go ahead and snug that in. Oh yeah, that's the one. That one is loose AF. So we're gonna make sure we are tightening that properly. And there, we're gonna have it fully sealed. Let me put it back in a good orientation there. So it's really acting as a big wrench now in a Z shape. There we go. That's way tighter than it was. Let me do this. Whoops. All right, can I fit it again? That would be great. Just want to make sure we're really tight so that we won't have any oil leak, because oil leaks are bad for engine pressure and all that. Yeah, that's sick, Orange. Honestly, they are really useful. Not that I had a set or anything. I just bought one for now because it's really like, most of the time it's really specific to one thing you want to do with them. So yeah. Oh. Don't tell me we are leaking from above. Oh my God, is that the fitting that is problematic there? I think it might be. I think the fitting might have forced a little bit and is actually the fitting leaking, which sucks. Is that it? For real? There's no way, man. Because I just saw a big drop coming out of it. So maybe we're gonna have some fitting to do again here, and that sucks. Yep. It's dripping. Huh. Poor fitting, poor fitment. Did I force too much on it? So many questions. Because it didn't feel like it stripped or anything, but I have to say that now it's really a big leak. All right, well, we're gonna leave it there and we're gonna see what's going on with that. As long as we're not starting the car again, we're gonna have plenty of time. It's gonna empty itself right there. Let's just clean that up a little bit and see where the mess coming from. Yep, that's me right now, looking at it and being like, no. Yep, big drop from at the top of the fitting right there. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but if I'm doing that, you should see a big drop coming out there. Oop. Well, we have a fitting to change now, and it's gonna make a mess. Oh well, so that was probably the leak in question. Sadly, there's nothing we can do against that. I'm gonna check quickly if I have another one, but we won't focus on that. And if I don't have one 45 degrees like that, and I don't think I do, we're gonna order another one. My fittings were all put together in a box around here. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, that's me right now, looking at those and being like, ah! Kind of hate that when that kind of stuff starts leaking. That's a big issue. All right, let me check where are my leftover fittings. Right there. That's not one. Nope, it's all straight, I think. Are we good, chat? Oh yeah, it's doing a little mess on the ground. Well, I mean, whatever. Catch the drips, but like at the same time, it's been like, that car has been leaking everywhere for a while now. I think actually, you know what, we're gonna already remove it. So yeah, let's put a pan under it and we're gonna disconnect the line instead of just letting it go. We don't have the right to start the car anymore. From now on, yeah, I know, I've seen it. I'm gonna switch it back. Just give me a sec. That, and let's grab back the tool that I put here. Dual side. There we go. Let's open it up, make a mess once, and that's gonna be for the best. So that is we're having a fun orange. Those creamer. Stream went from leak to screaming. We're gonna try to check and see what went wrong on it. But I think I know. We'll see, maybe it's just that it's missing an O-ring. I'm pretty sure I put an O-ring everywhere, but it could be only that. Screaming leaks. All right, let me try to put a glove on and see if I can get enough force on it to twist it by hand. Release it by hand, I'm doubting, but hey, let's give it a try. Up, up. Nope, not yet. Because now it's super sleepy with that, so won't work just yet. Come on. Yeah, I think it might have stripped too. I don't know, hard to tell. Oh, my nice engine oil. No. At least nothing in here is really dramatic if it gets oily. Oh man, come on. There we go. There we go. just need to make sure I'm not cutting the sensor. We're gonna need to remove the other one too, I guess. That sucks. And I think it was only the other one that was leaking actually, not even the one that I break right there. Okay, it's part of the game. Maybe the other one will be almost empty because, oh no, because we have a reroute, so it should be leaking oil too. Here we go. Wow. Hopefully we haven't stripped actually the module in itself. If we strip the module, that's bad. That we're gonna cry. But I don't think we will. Because now we're gonna have the engine emptying itself too. So yeah, we're gonna have to check oil for sure after we're done with that. Hey, today was supposed to be no messy work. We nailed it. Supposed to be just working on throttle pedal and stuff. Really well done. Right, can I just grab that and try to go by hand? No, it's really not releasing well. And the way I'm sitting, I'm not comfortable at all. Let's try to bring a chair. Let's shut down the heater because I don't need that at the minute. Well, that's the first you see of the build, pretty much. Not the real first one, but one of the first, like, something's supposed to be done and actually not being done because something happens. That's the first. Up. I want to be on a chair, but I can't because it doesn't work well. That's a lot of headshot that. I thought you were in the swimming pool. All right, I have no clue of what's going on that one. I think the thread of the fitting itself cross-threaded or something, and that we're not actually releasing it for real. Oh, the hot tub noise. Yeah, we just had a bit of a drama. Tried to fix a leak on the engine, in the oil cooler adapter plate on the side of the engine, and feel like I stripped one fitting or something. It just started leaking, or it broke at the top, no clue, but like something happened there. So we're trying to remove it. One was easy to remove, the other one doesn't want to do shit. It doesn't do shit. So yeah, gonna try something else now. But that sucks. It's not what we want to work on today, actually. So I'm kind of pissed now. Not gonna lie. Kind of a little bit pissed. Come on. I want to get that tie wrap out without putting oil on my head, please. I think it was forcing sideways. Wow. We threaded that in and broke. There we go. I will take a look with the company because like that really sucks. But maybe it's me that did something wrong with it. Oh, that brand new engine oil gone, just like that. Well, at least we know we have that to fix. It doesn't happen on the road or on the dyno, because that will be no oil pressure and that will be bad. Well, yeah, not really. Oh, voice went out, sorry for that. Yep, didn't really need an oil change, but hey, I guess we're gonna have a bit more brand new oil in there. I need to take a look, where's the actual, is that you there? Oh, that's the other bottle. Oh, you're right there. Yeah, I see the thing I need. Well, we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna bring the car down still and just let it empty itself, because there's nothing else we can do with that. It's gotta be something to work on. At least now we have the good tool to put it back on. So there's that. Shouldn't be too much of a pain in the ass, but we're gonna need to take all the line out and all that. Blech. Blech. It's gonna make a mess. Ah, good question, but no, it's not the O-ring there. I've seen the O-ring inside that fitting here. Yep, the O-ring is in place. It's really this part I have in my hand right here, it's supposed to be like machined around that. Like it shouldn't be able to split, and it split it somehow, so yep. Well, that's one step back, guys. But you know, shit happens, I guess. Shitos happenoosh. All right, let's take that out. Let's take the cam out, and we're gonna bring the car lower so we can work inside. Yeah, no, that's true. It's just that oil, especially, is a little bit expensive, because it's some really specific engine oil for breaking in the engine. But like, again, like you said, I will probably buy 2 more and have a full change. I need to talk with a tuner to see, because like technically what I think is going to happen is that they're going to be making like a few runs just to heat up the car a couple of times, let it cool down and all that. Then once it's done, we're gonna flush the oil. I drive a rotary. Tell me about the specific oil fare. So yeah, basically what I'm expecting to is that we're going to be flushing the oil at the dyno, checking the spark plugs, and from there then we're going to go into power runs. So hopefully that's what's going to happen. So I was already expecting to buy more oil. I still have enough, like probably everything that got out there, I still have like half of that one here, so you know, we're good. We're not missing oil for that one, so to make it run and all, we should be good. And I will have a chat with a tuner before that, so before dyno day, front cam. Front cam. There we go. Let's take that out. Let's release the lift and let's bring it down. Well, and I'm not a fan, honestly, of reusing oil, even if we know that one didn't run more than like 30 minutes total.
Not said Piston 5 on my Honda Accord, ha 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 ha.
No! Oh, how you doing, Jamal? Welcome in. Been a while. Been a while. So yeah, basically I'm not a fan just because I'm thinking about that and I'm like, hey, that oil has some lubricant, like assembly lubricant and all that in it. So I'm all good with it being out. Like maybe I have 2 engine oil actually in front of me. We will see. So we're gonna bring it somewhere around here. Right there. That way it's still higher than the pan, but it's gonna be good. How you doing, Jamal? How was the last month? Because I think it's been more than a month now. Hope it's still great. Hope you're still having that wonderful job in a rotary shop. That was a freaking epic job, so I hope you still have that. Music seems low a little bit. Let me bring it up. I can barely hear it myself. There we go. Cool. All right, it's time to convert that thing there. So we're gonna go check inside the car, see how the throttle body and all that is made. Not throttle body, but throttle pedal. Then we're gonna take a look. Because basically what we wanna do is remove the cable here. So we might start with that. Remove that cable on top of the engine block. And after that, we're gonna be going on and releasing it from the throttle pedal. We're gonna be removing throttle pedal and see how we managed to fit the new throttle one, the new pedal with actually some sweet new new electronic parts on it. So that's gonna be great. So yeah, let's go for it. Actually, I think we're gonna start by releasing the cable in itself. So officially the car won't run anymore. How sad is that? Dual side. There we go. So basically, next goal and one of the last real big thing asking for modification is this here. So we're gonna be replacing that, removing all that cable here. So we're gonna clean one cable. Adapters are on the side, so that's gonna help a lot to make it even cleaner. And all that's gonna be driven by the computer now. So we're gonna start by releasing it right now. And then after that, we're gonna move on inside the car, trying to remove the actual pedals. So let's do it. Flat screwdriver right here. Cheap one, but will do the job. So that it's gonna be a good moment though to also maybe release the turbo line here and wrap it up in the heat protection material. There we go. From there we can do that. And we should be able to remove this. There we go. Si, senor, has been busy. We had 2 engines that had the grooves in plate because of Fiat owners. Oh no! What were they doing wrong? Tell us. I'm curious. I'm curious because I know what's going on. Oh, it's a big truck. I know nothing about rotary engine, so I'm curious to hear about it. Teach us. All right, so there. We might be keeping all that actually together just because it's gonna make it easier. But yeah, I think that one, let me check. And this, what we're gonna do now is go around here, and we're gonna go at the back there, removing the big fitting, retaining the cable on this side. Oh, the little hug. Like you were not together today. Are you not together today? I just realized maybe Kev is away now. When is your trip, Kev? I forgot when it was. Just realized I totally forgot when it was. You're alone at home. Oh, yeah. Jen is probably working today. Fair. All right, I'm gonna need to go inside the car, I think, for that one. Yep. So we're gonna get that out. Oh yeah, and there's the fitting here. I need to put a little wrench on it. Try to finish time. Not premixing and babying the motors by not letting them rev all the way. Oh, okay, yeah, so basically they are thinking like they are preserving the engine, not revving it at all, but in the end it's the kind of engine that needs it and not premixing on top of that, so not enough lubrication. Yeah, get it? At least like it's idiot, yet it's not like stupid idiot. They thought they were doing well and they learned the hard way, but at least like they were trying to do well. You get what I mean? Like, it's not like a Honda Civic type of owner just revving it and smashing the cutoff every corner, every lights, and like after that being like, oh, I don't know, my engine is taking some oil, it's eating oil for breakfast. Nice. All right, let's get inside of the car. Let's see how it's going there. Front cam. Let me grab you there. I won't feel too bad for moving that a lot. Might need a light there, but we'll see. Dual side. All right, so we are going there. And you know how I love, not at all, doing that type of work inside the car, close to the pedal. Like, it's really comfortable usually. You're really having a lot of space, yep. So that's where we're going. I think I'm gonna remove the actual steering wheel. Gonna remove the key, gonna cut the power also in the car with the master switch. I love that. Breaker fuse. It's fun. We have a lot of rotary fans in the chat right now. That's actually a good idea, Kev, I feel like. That's something you might want to do, like you said, just to track it and see if at some point it gets slow. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? So I'm gonna need to remove you. You were a C-clip if I'm not wrong. Oh my God, that's gonna be painful. I'm way too old to work on that. Oh, I can't wait to have the new seat for the car. It's gonna be so good. All right, I need definitely my LED light. I need to make sure my pants are high enough, because otherwise you're gonna see stuff you don't want to see, because we're gonna be bent under there. I expect it will stay strong for many years. Yeah, it will naturally decrease. Yeah, I mean, a lot of engine are actually doing that when you think of it. I'm not saying all of them, and I'm not saying as fast as a rotary, but like, yeah. Well, let's be honest, those engines are freaking fun to drive. Can I go all the way down? How close are you? If I'm twisting that, I might be able, because it's gonna allow me to open the door a little bit more. Oops, no, the other way. Let's see if we hear a crunch. We're good. The pan fit under the car, perfect. So I will be able to open the door entirely, and that's gonna be huge. Oh my gosh, look at this. Hup, hup. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So that should be able to just go with that. All right, one there. And can I access that one with a long? It's basically just 2 freaking bolts. I think the throttle pedal it is. Well, won't even be too complicated. Let's go grab some extension. The 3/8 drill. And we should be good. Hasn't had the motor open in 5 years and still runs beautifully. That's so cool. Sounds almost like a dream, that. Let's do this. 3/8. And it's probably gonna be some 10 mil stuff. Because Nissan love the 10 mils. Let's try to take the throttle pedal out and see how easy or bad it's gonna be to fit. I'm saying that, but I'm gonna bring the 12 mil. I have a feeling it might be that. Let's see how it's gonna be to fit a new throttle pedal there, because basically the brackets and all that is very different. So obviously we probably gonna have some work in front of us there. All right, are you some 10 mils? You are. Easy. That's one. Now, next one is the real deal. If I can access it.
Hello there.
We're gonna have to go by hand. Hello there, I don't know who you are, but welcome in. I will take the chat in not too long, if I can. Oh, easy. Whoop.
Are you ready for it?
So good. So good. We're always ready for that sound, man. Right, wait for it. I'm gonna try to remove the nut for the throttle cable stuff. Hey Dadu, what's up, man? No, we're not Sunday. Saturday, baby. Overtime is gone. It's behind us. We're free. Dubby's free. Come on. Dadu, I haven't asked. Did you buy anything yet? Or are you still making your mind for a new car? School is not too long, you know? Just saying. And here's our throttle pedal, guys. Wasn't actually too bad to remove. I thought it will be even worse than that. All right, let's go on the other side. Front cam. There we go. Hup, hup. Need to make clean up there. So what are we working on? Let's take a look. First of all, let me remove that too. We're gonna have some hole to cover in there, but let's see first of all. So that we're gonna be removing the C-clamp. Preserving that cable can always be useful for another project. I know I have a Camaro which could use maybe a kit like that. Even though I wanna sell it, it still could be useful. Cancel it, just can't get my head around the price. Let's go. Honestly, think about it that way. Like, you're gonna fix it for now and it's probably gonna be good for a while. Like, it's worth probably putting the time and the effort to fix it. Like, to be fair, I was chatting with my girlfriend about all that. Not especially you, but like a brand new price and all that versus like new car versus old car. And yeah, no, it's like, it's not worth it. I feel like, well, especially if you have the patience to like maintain it yourself. Like, if you can afford that, that's even the best. But even going to the garage, like, your old Civic's gonna be way cheaper to maintain. That's just straight fact there. Fuck. Hey, thank you for the alert, Jamal. Appreciate you coming by, saying hello. Enjoy your Saturday, sir. You deserve it. Just like I'm enjoying mine, breaking my car. Cause yeah, that we broke the Datsun today. An oil cooler fitting just broke, and the AN fitting is gone. I'm gonna need to buy a new one. I don't have one under the hand, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Part of the game, I guess. Sucks, but it could be worse. I prefer that to happen now than on the dyno, you know? Iana. All right, get in there, go through. Yep, and we're gonna put that kit aside once this is done. Come on. Don't be a bitch. The way I see it is take the difference between the two 2025. I'm not sure I get it there. Maybe I miss something, but not sure I get what you mean by that. Like, if he compares the price of a brand new Civic versus his, or not sure. Let's do this. We're gonna cut the end of the cable there. There we go. That should go through now. Hup. We're gonna go grab also the piece in the car that I released there. I really want to just put the kit back together and make sure we're not having any issues later on. Where did I put the last piece there? Because that's the one going through. Did I bring it on the bench with me? And I don't even remember because my brain is cooked. I feel like it is the case. Imagine, okay? Little wet dream right now. We get into the throttle pedal conversion and we see that it actually fits perfectly in the car. Like, we don't have any trouble. I'm missing one part, I think, but whatever. Let's try to put it back, and when we figure it out, we're gonna get that. Yep, that's fair. Like, my little on the fit doesn't cost shit to run. on a daily basis, and it just like costs about $500 to $1,000 a year in repairs and maintenance and classic stuff. But even there, I'm saying that, and it's just because we had some little accident with it. Otherwise, it's really not that bad. I mean, it's been almost 2 years we have it, and we did 50,000 kilometers on it. And except like oil change, Flo had one crash with it, and I exploded the bumper on the on the bad drift this winter. But like I just stitched it back for a couple of tie wrap worth of repair, and it did work. You know, it did its job. There we go. Good enough for now. That we're missing like something to put on the other end there, but it's okay. There we go. Comparison time. What part? Okay. Well, for now, it's still cheap to fix. Maybe $1,000, including racetrack purpose fixes. Yeah. But I mean, if it's an upgrade due to something that was worn out, that's big brain. That's big brain. And yeah, because like honestly, one other thing you could check is also like, do you buy your parts at the garage? Check rockauto.com to buy your parts and find a garage that will accept to put them in like for a certain amount without being too expensive. That's gonna be interesting. The holes are not fitting. All right, of course it's not. This is our project. Old throttle pedal there versus the new one. The new one is disgusting. I hate the look of it. It's a BMW pedal, by the way. Really good unit in itself. The Bosch mechanism in it and like all the potentiometer and the electronic stuff. Really good stuff, really accurate. Not giving you any trouble usually. But we need to make that fit into the car. At least, as you can see, it's not like super hard to fully press it. So I don't feel like it will matter too much where we put the screws in, like as long as we reinforce with some good big washer, it should work perfectly. But yeah, like honestly, the pedal in itself is ugly AF, but as long as it's doing what we want it to do, we're gonna be great with that. We're gonna try to fit one of the throttle, like one of the bolt in the right place, and it should be that one. That one at the bottom here feels like it's the perfect one to put at the bottom there, because it's giving pretty much the same position if we're doing that. And then we're gonna have to improvise something, I guess. So we'll take a look at this and see how it's going. Man, it's a paragraph, okay? And like you're talking with Dadu. All right, let me read it again. Oh, wait, what part of what I said was unclear? Oh, you were talking to me there. I thought it was to Dadu. Okay, I haven't read that one. Yeah. The price of his current Civic trim. Oh, okay, that's the part. If he was to buy it again in 2025. Fair. Fair, yeah. And it was an SI, I think he was looking for. Type R are like 80K now. It's crazy. Yeah, I know. Don't make me feel bad for being stupid. Wow. Rude. Rude. But yeah, I'm more like Dadu on that. I'm more looking like into what the car costs me now, not like what is the difference with the new car of the same trim or whatever. And like I'm more into the same idea. So basically, if my car costs like the fit cost me $2,500, I bought some winter tire for it, and that's it. And then oil change, stuff like that. The starter feels like it's gonna be gone at some point, but still works. It's like so bad. Like you start the car when it's cold and it's but it works. So good enough for me, not touching that as long as it works. And then at some point I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, it's due now. Yeah, I'm not a fan of brand new cars just because like you take the four wheels out of the garage and crash. Well, it was not really the case for you, but you know what I mean. Hey, let's go! What's up? Welcome in.
Just joined the crew.
420, welcome in. Yo, how you doing? Thank you for the follow, appreciate that. If you love weed the way I love cars, we're onto some nice passionate discussion there, sir. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Hey, let me present my project. So we are working right now on an old Datsun 280 ZX79. So you got yourself into a stream where let's go. So we're talking here of a project we started a year and a half ago on stream. Everything on that car has been done on stream. Basically, we swapped the engine, transmission, converted from automatic to manual. We did all the fabrication ourselves. We're not professional here. I'm just a dude working in cinema industry in 3D animation. I'm not a mechanic or whatsoever. So this is all brand new stuff for me. I just decided, you know what? Let me try something new. And I decided to start and dive into that project, which can be a bit of a rabbit hole because there's a lot of things to think of. And today we're trying to install that throttle pedal that's gonna be talking to the computer in the car to activate the throttle body. So we had a cable, but the cable was just opening to 60%. And instead of modifying that old pedal here to make it work properly, we're gonna go with electronic stuff because electronic stuff will unlock a lot of potential on the car. So there we go, including cruise control, which is nice to have on the street when you don't want to get a ticket. Finish paying her car. I asked her to continue her payment when saving counts. To pay for repairs as the repairs are inevitably be lower than a new car payment. Yeah, see, that's an excellent idea, Kev. Honestly, like that's spot on. That's fair. Honestly, like here we had people loving rally, we had people loving stance cars, we had people like there was plenty of people that came by the stream in the last year and a half where we talk about pretty much anything. I'm not especially into loud music and like crazy sound system. That one's gonna have a basic 2-speaker sound system with probably just an amp, a Bluetooth amplifier stuck right behind my seat so that we can just plug Spotify via Bluetooth on it and listen to some music in it. But otherwise, we remove all the speakers from the dashboard and all that. It's gonna be 2 basic, good quality speakers, just so they have a good bass and all that, because I don't want to put a sub or anything. I just really wanted to keep like clean and working, but like otherwise it's all about grabbing that car, putting it on a racetrack and be fast as fuck, boy. 21-year-old shitbox that I have. Oh my gosh, what is that shitbox? I want to know what type, what brand. I love it. Where are you from, sir? Are you in America or in Europe, or where are you from? Curious to know. That's sick. The new what was that? Sundown Box? Wait, I can't see the chat properly. I need to take a look at that. A Trailblazer? Oh my god, that's sick. Well, do you have a V8 in it? If you do, we're sharing the same engine platform there. Oh, I think we're gonna have some carpet cut, guys. All right. Dual side. There we go. So new throttle pedal tries to get in. I'm gonna go grab my cell phone to have a chat with me. It's gonna be easier. It's gonna be easier. Slow. I love the slow. sundown hex speakers are perfect for you then. Oh, I'm gonna take a look at that. Whoa, what's going on in here? So many messages. Twitch, let's open that. Give me my stream. What? Oi. Oi. That. Just another stream. There we go, sir. Yeah, honestly, I think you're right, Dadu. You're probably really right on that. Like, it's not gonna be worth it, to be fair. You could probably K-swap your car and it will still be better than buying a new one. Yep, I think we're gonna have to cut a bit of carpet, guys. Or at least open it up. There we go. It just breaks because old car material are easy to destroy. Let's push that up and see how it goes. All right, there we go. Now, if I'm trying to that will be sick. So we're gonna use the metal plate there as a point, and that could be it. Basically, like I said, I need to focus on getting that in. We have the steering column plate in the way. I do love working on that type of position there. So good, said no one ever. Well, feel like we're gonna have some fun, guys. Throttle pedal position won't be womp, womp, womp. All right, if we want to put that up there, there's a shape. There's a shape in there that won't make it fun to work on. That's for sure. Can lend me your garage. Honestly, that's the thing, okay? The reason I'm doing the Datsun is for one day being able to say yes to that type of project. And we already had some sort of a serious chat, me and Kev, about it. Like, and Arky and I basically chatted about a possible full purpose built RX-8 that we could do on stream. We now, like, we know the process is kind of long and it's kind of rough sometimes, but at the same time, I think we will have really good fun doing it. Especially, like, the thing is, I couldn't do that, like, as a living, because I wouldn't be able to deal with people, especially if they're not paying. And that's a big thing. If you're about to work on a car for a while and someone asks you to work on it and that person is not paying after that, there's a big problem. But otherwise, I'm really down for that type of project. You know how I am? I love specific project and something kind of crazy and all that, so I'm all in for that. Yep, that's where it should stay. All right, let's see how we're gonna do that. I may have an idea, but let's see if it's possible. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Let's go take a look. I'm gonna shut down the light for now. Front cam. So problem is, we don't have, like, that pedal is wider than the one we have here, and basically we have to compensate for that shape here. That was the top, the bottom bolt. and here is the top bolt. See a little problem there? Yeah, it's not fitting properly. So what I'm looking at right now is if we could maybe make a plate on top here to get pretty much the same type of position there and use that right here and keep the OEM bracket accessible and bolt that in. And I think it's doable, honestly. I really do think it's doable. So what we're gonna do is start looking at this possibility, and I think that's gonna be the big part of that project. Ew, that's so oily because of what we did. Let's give myself an old Yaris to get to work. Hell yeah. But honestly, that's another thing. That's exactly why I have some old shit box to get to work and all that. Like my girlfriend and I are sharing the same old shit box. Every time there's something wrong with it, I'm repairing it and all that. But it's all because like, hey, it saves a lot of money on project like the Datsun, like maintaining my M3 and all that. And at the same time, well, yeah, that's just how it works. And having race cars and performance cars, you always have to worry about the fact of it might not run for a while. And so, yeah, that's why I love having that. Like that has been stuck for a year and a half in here and everything's great. So, you know, dual side. It's a chill afternoon. Not a lot of people, but really I do enjoy all the chat we have in here, guys. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove the spring here. We're gonna release the pedal from here. So really remove it entirely. So that way that mechanism here won't be there anymore. All the pedals gonna be out. And what we're gonna check for is find a way to maybe mount it on top here, like making, like I said, a plate that we could weld. So if I was to trim that and this, keeping a little bit of ellipse just so it keeps some rigidity, we could probably put a plate on it and then just bolt that one in. So we have some thick plate laying around, so we might be doing that, and that way we can mount that on this and then bolt both of them on the car, and we will still be fitting in the right position. So that could be a really nice one. Can you see that this one here, like that pedal here, slightly tilt towards the inside? That one here does a bit of the same here, but came back straight, while this one keeps that little angle really at the bottom there. But we can see that there's a nice potential there to make them almost in the same exact position, so that's cool. All right, let's do that. Let's try to release that pedal, that 40 years old pedal. Because there's one thing that becomes something that may need a replacement in some years from now, just because electronic stuff, while that one here is just like purely a pivot, so it's really no big deal, you know. All right, can we try to release that? I think I'm gonna have to remove the spring first. There we go. Boop. Easy peasy, baby. Not even hard, like brand new. Let's throw that here. All my old parts are going on the oven today because I'm not even using it. And yeah, there we go. So bottom, top, we can see the idea right there. Pretty much here, even maybe here, and just keep an access to both bottom and top, even though it's gonna be in the way, so I'm probably gonna need to go with a wrench instead. I see a world where this is fitting pretty well. So my idea is gonna be to, I'm trying to show it to you properly. My idea is gonna be to keep that somewhere like this, So we have access at the top bolt, and that being said, I see that I will have access to the bottom bolt. Top bolt's gotta be a pain in the ass, but yeah, I think we can make it work that way and just have a big plate holding that in place. And since it's gonna be higher than this, we might be able to just put an actual bolt and press it together. That's sitting flat though, so we need to think about this, but yeah, otherwise we should be good. All right, let's try that. So what do you reckon? We're gonna be cutting that, right? Gonna be bringing a straight line here, almost what I'm drawing in the rust. So we're gonna be bringing a straight line here, same here, and then prepare a plate for it. Let me check what I have in terms of material for that. We have, like, I want something quite thick, because let's be honest, we don't want that to flex at all. If it's flexing, we're in deep trouble. I think we're gonna use what we use for the frame rail, actually. We have that plate still laying around. Look at this. It's meant to be. Like, I can literally punch holes in that and weld it in there. Like, I could do that, tack it, remove the pedal, and then do that there. I hope there's not any chance of having too much flex, but I don't think, honestly, when it's gonna be sitting flush welded to that and then sitting against the firewall there, I think we're gonna be good. Yeah, that's nice, and that's like plate that we use for the frame rail. It's a really thick one. Right now we're lifting the car from there, so just to give you an idea, like, we're lifting the car on that type of material. The only thing is, like, ideally, maybe I will have like a vertical flap on it just to make sure, because I see in like inserts in there, but there's none in that one, so I don't know if I'm supposed to use that one or just those three. So that might be a thing too. We might want to take that into account. But yeah, the fitment is pretty sweet on that. That will be a really, really nice fit. All right, let's cut it. If we're going there, gonna do that. We might be able to even add a bit of strength to it. Maybe I'm able to bend that. I don't know if my bender is gonna be strong enough for it, but if I could bend just a tiny lips there, that will be right above this, and it will basically fit right at the back there. So that will like prevent it from twisting left and right. So when we press, it couldn't really do that, because if we flip a 90 degrees on that, it's gonna like put some strength into the structure itself. We could actually just try that first, just bend like the very end and see if it works. Yep, let's clean the bench over there. Front cam. Front cam. There we go. So we're gonna go towards the bench there, and we're gonna clean that up. I can't believe we have like that oil problem. It sucks. That's putting us further away from actually starting the car. All right, here there's gonna be some action, so better watch out for anything that could try to fall on the ground. Wait a minute, that's even thicker. I think I have even a better material to start with. Dual side. Dual side. What do you mean with a lot of H? I'm not sure. I said something and I can't remember, I guess. So I cannot go too far there, but that could be the exact material I need to keep something that's already bent for strength. And look how thick that is. Like, that wouldn't move a minute and a half. Like, that's the fuck. Heck yeah. Yup. I think that's even better. We don't even have to bend anything with that. And that's like part of the old of the mount for the transmission support, but we're not using that. We cut that already and all that. So yeah. I think we have something there. Let's mount the pedal on it and let's see if it works, because that will be perfect. That will be good. There, and there. That will be really good. Yep. So by that, we're gonna use that. We're gonna use that big one. All right, it's getting cold in here. Sorry guys, you're gonna hear the heater. I just need a bit of heat in here now. All right. Well, let's cut. So we're gonna be cutting that. We're gonna be cutting this. I think we're gonna start with that and just mount it. And so from there, we're gonna work our way out to the other side. Yep. So let me grab a pencil to know exactly where we want to cut it. So we're gonna keep a tiny bit of material at the bottom. Well, not yeah, just a little bit basically, just around here, like this. Here we could clean the corner right here. That's gonna be on the center, I guess. And then after that, we're gonna, once we cut all this, we're gonna probably just keep a little lips on the other side. On the side we have a bit more play, and then we're gonna cut that, put that on top, and weld. And once it's welded in place, we should be good, because the idea is gonna be to basically fit it there. So that side's gonna be a little bit going too far, but it will make that work perfectly. So there we go, let's cut it. We might have to actually cut that lips first. I'm gonna cut that, then that. All right, where's my buffer? We need a buffer. We need a little buffer. Front cam. There we go. Let's go over there. We're gonna take that out of here like this. Actually, that. Let's do that. Let's take that out. Let's take that out of here. Let's try to clean that up a little bit more, because it is disgusting. There we go. What else? That. We're gonna find the buffer and we're gonna cut. It's right there. Do we need a new disc? For now, it's doing the job. That, here's this, and this. Dual side. There we go. It's going well. We're fitting the throttle pedal now. We're trying to fit it, but we're gonna need a plate, because basically we need to compensate. Like, my new throttle pedal is sitting flat, and this is the bracket for the OEM one. So as you can see, it doesn't fit well, but we're gonna make a little something to make it work. So we're gonna adapt a bracket that we will weld on top of the OEM bracket. So it's gonna be bolted with the 2 OEM bolts on the car, but having that reinforced plate welded on top of it. So it should work technically, if I'm guessing right, and gosh, I'm bad at math, but it should work. Not true. It's gonna work. I want to believe. All right. Are you playing some Tarkov right now, Orange? Not gonna lie, I kind of want to play. I really enjoyed it last night, but I want to get the car moving forward now. So yep, let's keep going. Loud noise. Focus voice. All right, there we go. Whew. That's a thick plate. Thank you for the alert, Dadu. Appreciate that. All right, so let's see what I've done. This is it. So that lips here is gonna prevent that plate to be able to bend on its length. So it was already probably thick enough, but that's just gonna be the icing on top of the cake, just to make sure like we're giving some rigidity to that. So let's clean that up. It's hot. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, but basically what I want to do is just clean it up, clean the corners on the belt sander, and after that we're gonna be able to mark it and just throw some holes in there. I don't have the bolts to mount the throttle pedal, so we're gonna wish for some miracle in here. But yeah, otherwise it's gonna be on the to-do list to go grab something for that. But we should be able to pretty much get it ready for that. In the meantime, while this is cooling down, let me bring it back on top of the bench here. Let's cut the OEM bracket. So that one we're gonna clamp it that way, and we're just gonna go ahead, or that way actually, and we're gonna go ahead and just make sure we get it flat on top here. Professional at work. Maybe just like this actually. It's gonna be easier. There we go. Boop. Just like that. So that one I will take a pencil and a ruler just to make sure we're good. Jeff will be so proud of me. I'm using his gift. So all I want to do is make sure to continue the line here basically. So whoop, whoop, there we go. So that way I'm gonna be able to keep going and get a nice finish in there. There we go. So I'm gonna be doing that, finishing that there, doing the same thing on the other side, and we should get something nice, flat enough and enough material so we can do a full welding pass on the bottom there. So that should be great. All right, let me get back my ear protection. Loud noise. Loud noise.
Now, you know what VTEC is? A lot of people talk about it. This is what it is. Honda managed to get 1 million unicorns crammed into the engine block. And when you get to around 5,500 revs, they all fart at exactly the same time.
So true, man. It's basically boost, isn't it?
It's like, it's unicorn boost. That's what VTEC is.
All right, that was a nice one there. Let's go. So we have now front cam. Front cam. There we go. So we have now the bracket that is cut it down. So OEM bracket, there's no turning back now. And the idea here, that one is now easy to grab. The idea is gonna be to basically get that about here. That's hot, so the one underneath is hot. So it's gonna be to get that about here and basically weld that on top of there. So we're gonna be trimming the sides so we don't have nasty corners like that, but we're gonna be welding that right here, and together they shall stay strong for the rest of the time. So we're just gonna, like I said, trim that up. That's gonna be the plate where we're gonna be bolting that on. Just like this, the fitment is incredible. So we're gonna trim that up, and then we're gonna mount the pedal on it. And from there, we're gonna be able to weld that there while making sure we are pretty much centered the same way we were on the OEM pedal. So let's trim that one, and then after that, we're gonna start working that out. So I just want to really clean everything on there because it's nasty at the moment, and I will just cut myself in the car installing that. So let's do it now. Dual side. Earbuds and loud noise. gorgeous voice. All right, so here we go. We have a full plate. You're still going. Let's turn you up a little bit. All right, so we have a full plate ready to get the new pedal on it. It's all sweet and smooth now. Whoop, there you go, bringing you with me there. So, I'm gonna try to give you a nice angle on it. There we go. So basically, bracket, that one's gonna go like this, welding on top here. But first of all, what we're gonna do is install that like this here. So that's gonna be the main idea. As you can see, we kept bunch of it. That one's gonna be the one that's gonna be the closest to the sides. We're probably going to go something like this, and then that here is gonna be right somewhere here. So we have to keep a bunch of material to the side there, like on this side, just because we have one bolt that's gonna be really wide, but otherwise, yeah, that should work pretty well. And basically how I see it right now, that's pretty much where it's going to fit. I think I'm gonna make sure to make that as flush as possible on the bottom sides of it, just because I'm under the impression that at the top I can fit it really well. Here, if I have to put it there, and it's covering a little bit the bolt, like the hole for the bolt at the top, we're gonna be able to just go ahead. I have to think though, it's gonna be upper, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we should be good with that. We could technically remove even more material here, but we're gonna keep the strength on it. We're gonna see if it's giving us any trouble in the car, but otherwise it should be pretty good like that. So let's go ahead. We're gonna keep a bit of clearance there. I'm looking from the front. Seems like we're doing really good on that. Look at this. That's gonna be the perfect assembly right there. Hey, I am Siphon. Imagine that there's an event in Tarkov and I didn't use that as an excuse to avoid the car. How crazy is that? Welcome in, sir. Welcome in. Can I get something to mark them there? I'm gonna try that for now. I don't think I have a pencil small enough to fit in there. Oh, maybe that. Can always try these. Like I probably want it to be there, but that does work. Cool. Let's make sure the plate is pretty neat. That. Three holes right there with something that haven't moved. We're gonna go on. I feel like from what I've learned doing that project, I should probably go for one hole at a time, bolt it down, then mark it again. What's today's project? The new throttle pedal. So basically we removed the old one and we're modifying the bracket from it to fit that one here that is ugly AF, but has this. It's electronic signal sent to the computer and controlling that. Controlling the engine, actually, the throttle on the engine, and that's gonna unlock a lot of potential. So, yep, but first of all, we need to fabricate, because that's what we love doing in here. We love to modify and fabricate stuff. I actually really enjoy that. It's my favorite part of the project, those type of brackets and all. I love them so much. All right, let me try to find my punch that is probably hanging around somewhere here, I think. Or was it on the bench and I throw it on the ground? Good question. It's 3:37, probably until 5:30, something like that. Let's put a bit of heat. It's really getting cold a little bit in the garage. It was hotter this morning than now. So yeah, probably until 5:30, something like that. I don't have really any specific schedule or whatever. I'm just really looking forward to making some progression. Fitting the throttle pedal is probably the biggest deal about it, because basically this is almost the last big thing to do on the car. Like once this is done, we are pretty much up there in terms of progression, and we're gonna start doing the to-do list of checkups, maintenance, just making sure everything's okay. Like today we broke one thing, so we're gonna need to replace it, and like all those kind of things, we're gonna start doing them so that the car gets ready soon to go to the dyno. Yeah, I think so. That's crazy, right? We're getting there. We're getting ready for your grandkids. But you know, honestly, like right now, once this is done, we're going through a bunch of little like fiddling around and stuff like that on the car. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna message a guy and try to get a tune, like a basic tune, to basically be able to like drive the car around and go make a test with it. Oh, I still have my cell phone in here. We don't need you to be open at the minute. All right, guys, let me try to figure out where my punch is so that we can actually make some good fabrication work. But I can't figure out where I dropped it, because I'm a guy that's a bit messy in his garage. So yeah, that happens quite often. Me losing tools? Nah. Imagine if they're in their place and I just, if it's in its place and I haven't seen it, we'll feel bad. It is. It's right there. I just got my eyes on it. It was on the right, but you were almost right, Siphon. It was second drawer on the right. So close. Right, let's start with that one here. And we're gonna drill that one first, and after that I think I'm gonna actually erase those marks, and we're gonna do one at a time. So we're gonna drill that, we're gonna make sure a bolt fits to it, fit it, mark the second hole, and then proceed. So that way we're gonna make sure we don't have one that we need to expand or whatever. We're gonna make it as good as possible, because that needs to be really reliable. It's like a freaking throttle pedal. Front cam. So from there, bring you with me here again. We're gonna start drilling that dual side. What's left of the screen? I mean, good defense there. We can allow that, I guess. So that hole's gonna be the first one. Let's grab the proper things. Let me check what size we need to end up on. I think we're just gonna send it with the proper size, because it's not that big. A little bit bigger than that will be pretty much this. That is a pretty nice fit. Is that working too? Nope. So, yep, let's go with that one here. Let's take the drill over there. We're gonna put some lube, and we're gonna do that. Lube time. Loud noise. Siphon. Oh. Imagine if you can hear it. Are we still? No, we're good. Focus voice. All right. Well, that was a sound that was probably really loud for you guys. Front cam. So now I need to figure out a bolt that can fit into there. So let me try to find that into my wish box here. I think it's M8. Yep, it's some M8 bolt I need. I just don't know if I have still some of them around here. Let's try to figure that out. That's empty. Doubt. Or 3/8 maybe, some stuff like that. Nope, that's too big. That will be perfect, I guess. Oh, that's even too big. Is it M8? Let's check. Let's test that. So, I think it was great. Nice. Hope you have some earbuds on your side on the cow. M8 doesn't fit well. It fits without that, but it doesn't fit like this. So it will be M6? It's BMW, probably M7 that they want. Because BMW, you know, weirdos. Let me try to figure out something. What are you, sir? Probably too big. That's what you are. Yep. Sounds weird, that. That's the thing. Try to think about what you need before starting a project. Always help a lot. But I'm not good at that sometimes, and you can see it right now. Man, there's nothing that fits. I just have M8 stuff. Oh, what are you here? You're M8 too, yeah. Of course, I knew, like, no way I have some M6 laying around, right? To test it properly. No, only M8 and 3/8 and stuff like that. I can probably find M8. Just want to test an M6 bolt in there. Are you M6? Nope. Like, that almost fits, but it's just a little too big. But for some reason, all I have under my hand is M8. You are an M6, and M6 seems way too small. It is kind of small. Like, it would fit, but there's a bit of a loose I don't like on it. But I mean, it will fit still. What's the equivalent to an M6 in American stuff? 3/8 is a M8. It's not a quarter. No, it's not. Is it? I'm not sure. I have a doubt. All right. Otherwise, it's gonna be a good reason to go grab some stuff. Honestly, it's going pretty straightforward today, not gonna lie. Like, when you think of it, we started without even being sure if we will find a solution to mount that throttle pedal properly today. Like, I was expecting really, I would say bad result. Not bad result, but like, I was feeling like, hell, maybe we're gonna run into huge issues and stuff like that. And so far, so good, I will dare to say. I don't want to jinx it, but I've seen worse. M6 is a quarter. Okay, when in doubt, drill it out. I mean, technically, I could remove the metal sleeve in it. I could remove the metal sleeve in it, and an M8 will fit right there. But I don't want to do that because this is what prevents the plastic from wearing out over time due to vibration. Shouldn't move, let's be honest. Should be pretty stuck together. But you know, that's in theory. It doesn't always work like that. Let's bring that entire thing out. Gonna bring the big bolt box here. That's all the leftovers from the Datsun. All of them. Yo, what up? Welcome in. Hey, Hawk, welcome Raiders. How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. You beautiful. How was Repo? Did you like it? I watched for a while. I'm not gonna lie, I watched for a while. I started the garage stream a bit later because I was watching it. Let's go! I love it. Let's go. That's so sick. It's such a good game. It's just insanely good. Well, welcome in, Raiders. If there's any new people in here, just say hello. Otherwise, welcome everyone that I already know. Hope you're doing fantastic today. We're working on a car, obviously, because yes, I do have a car, before you say it. Hey, what's up, Blue? And now we're trying to figure out what bolts I need to use with that, because none of them were coming with it. So yeah, we're just trying to guess what's up with that. Hey, Grabby, how you doing? Let's go. I am doing amazing. I am. I was getting ready for having. Wow. I was getting ready for having a lot of trouble with that thing here, and
Captain
in the end,
Foley is
it's
looking for more
actually
power
going
for the
great.
last 7 months. Hey, future 51st state citizen.
Thank you, I guess, Mr. Foley, for the resub. Thank you so much for 7 months, sir. How you doing? How's your weekend going? Hope you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Hell yeah. Let's get those resub, baby. So yeah, so basically we were figuring out how to mount this, the new ugly throttle pedal for the Datsun. It's ugly, but it's gonna give us so many nice features that it's worth. So we are doing an adapter plate right now where we're gonna be mounting that like this, and then we're gonna be welding that onto that, which is the OEM bracket. And as you can see, there's like a Z shape there, or S shape, the way you want to see it. And basically that here will make it work in the car. It's kind of a work in progress, but I thought we will have a bit of a struggle to fit it. We have struggled finding bolts, but otherwise it's doing great. That's a quarter, and a quarter will fit, but it's loose. M7 it is. It's actually an M7 bolt, I'm almost sure, and I hate BMW for that. Because that's, for those joining, this is pretty much a BMW throttle pedal. So yeah, so that's kind of weird, because like when you think of it, you're not expecting a BMW part to be put in that car, but that's what it is. So that's gonna be basically sending a signal to the computer of the Datsun, and it's gonna then bring that signal to the front of the engine, where it's gonna control a little flap that will allow all the air, the compressed air in there, so we make shit ton of powers, and that's gonna be good. So yeah, so basically we're kind of getting stuck on that, so we might move on to something else, because there's no point in trying to find the proper bolts if it's for that to be like impossible to fit in today. I don't want to drill all the holes for it yet, because I want to make sure everything's gonna fit together nicely. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at that, figure out what I want for a new sound. That's true, that's true. You need to figure that out. Because did you, like, basically every time I think you redeem a new sound without knowing exactly what you wanted, right? I love it so much. I added all the one I was late with this morning, so a lot of people have their brand new sound today, which is fantastic. So yeah, M8, I'm really tempted to try to just go ahead and push that in there. But at the same time, since it doesn't fit, I don't think it's the play there. You want to keep the metal sleeve to make sure you're not cracking the actual plastic there, because that will suck. Like, imagine cracking the plastic of a brand new pedal that cost a few $100s. Not really what I'm looking forward to. So yeah. All right, let's put that back in its place right there. So let's move on to installing some new parts. So right now the Datsun cannot start. First of all, because we removed the throttle pedal, but technically it could start without it. However, we broke something also today. So it pushed us back a little bit backward in the project, but hey, part of the game. So now we're gonna make it even more undrivable. Everything fits with enough lube. Oh, wait, let's try. Hawk! Sorry, Hawk. Big love. I had to. All right, here we go. So, dual side. No. You love it here. You love it here. Stop it. Stop. There's so many beautiful people now in here thanks to you. Yeah, I broke the Datsun, by the way, Hawk, today. Like, literally broke it. Like, I cannot even attempt to start it, because basically those, let me show it to you there. Like, right here you have the oil cooler lines, and there was one that was leaking down there, so I bought a new tool to be able to tighten it up while the engine is in place and we don't have a lot of access to it. I did, and the fitting just broke. It snapped, and so basically right now we did a mess with a lot of engine oil that dripped under the Datsun and all. That's bad. But hey, it's part of the game, so you know.
Give him that hook and spit on that thing.
See, it's gonna fit now. All right, so basically, guys, where we're going, thank you for the biddies on the cow. Watch out, you might get timed out for that. What we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna remove those two connectors right here. And from here, where we are heading is in here. We're gonna remove that silicon bend here. We're gonna get under there and basically remove that entire plate right here. So that's gonna be the big thing today. We're gonna install our lovely brand new throttle body, and that color was cheap AF because it just fully released for no reason. Like the screw just, I don't know what's going on. Why the screw of the color came out with it? That makes no sense. You almost forgot about that? Yeah, I mean, we haven't heard much about her since all the crypto scam and all those shit, right? So that just makes sense. There we go. Boop. All right, I don't think that cutter is gonna be easy to use anymore. So might as well grab a new one soon. All right, so let's try to remove that without snapping our fingers. Up. There we go. And from there, we're gonna remove that little lovely parts right here. So let's just do that. Flip it up, just like this. Maybe I want to take that out. I think I'm more likely going to take you out, sir. The full silicon bin. Actually, I want to take that full pipe out too, so might as well do it now. There we go. There we go. All right. Bam. So for now, we're gonna go like this. Gonna make sure I'm not tearing that apart. Gonna loosen up that one. I'm missing my 10 mil. Guess what? I lost a 10 mil, of course. I'm missing a 10 mil long socket and I have no clue where it's at. Is it here? I just found it back. It's impossible. It's a miracle today. Let's go. All right. Let's get that done like this. Up. Nope, that doesn't work. Up. I don't think it will work. I'm gonna need a 10 mil wrench, actually. So we're gonna grab that. 10 mil right here. Do I have a 10 mil ratchet? Yes, I do. So that's gonna be even better. That. So right now, I'm trying to remove that pipe here just because we don't need it in the car at the minute. So we're gonna make sure we can take it out, and so we have full access to what we need. And that's basically one of the big thing we did with that car, is trying to make sure that we can maintain and do maintenance on it really easily. So what I'm doing right now is showing up that we actually thought about the fact that we might need to remove a bunch of things on it, and it still needs to work. It still needs to be accessible and all that. You don't need to disassemble the full car to get access to some of those things, you know? So that's exactly what we're doing right now. And let me just try to make sure that this is loosened up. There we go. Boop. There we go. The pipe is out. Let's throw that on the workbench for now. And we need to do a little leak test on it. All right. This is the part we are removing. So that one here basically was working great. However, whenever we were pressing the throttle pedal, it was not opening fully like this. It was stopping right about here. So you see that flap here? Let me show you even better. Just like that. Why not drive by Bluetooth streamer? Oh my God, what's up, Micah? How you doing, sir? So basically the clap, the flap at the front here, the throttle body, that's what it's called, was opening just like this and not fully like that. So now we're gonna replace it with an electronic one that's gonna give us so much more potential. So let's do it. How you doing, sir? Hope your day is fantastic. Hope you had the chance to work on some of your project on your site too, man. Here it's going pretty well so far. That I don't know if I have access to all of them with that. Let's try. Let's freaking try. I broke the car today working at work. Oh no. I broke the car today, Micah. I broke the Datsun, like, for real. I snapped an oil cooler fitting. Yo, that throttle bolt was loose AF. I don't know what's up with that, but it's not supposed to be really loose. So, yep, the car is not ready to be started again. That and that one here that I can't access because of my... Oh yeah, there we go. Now, since everything's brand new, we should be able to just use that as a screwdriver. There we go. Boop. Still holding in place. Still holding in place. Now let's remove the bottom ones and we're gonna end up with the top one. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to go ahead and sell that throttle body to someone at some point and get a bit of my money back on the investment of a drive-by-wire one. But yeah, in the end we did all that because it was actually giving us so much more potential. We're also cleaning up the engine bay doing that. So I'm all in for that because we're removing the bracket, we're removing a cable, and we don't have to put much more in it. There we go. On the ground. So I threw it on the ground. There we go, there we go. Bing, bang, boom. Ça fait bim et ça fait boom. Gonna use the other gasket coming with the new one just because even if ours is perfectly in shape, just gonna make sure everything's great. What is that? Oh, is that a book? I need to take a look. All right, let's do this. New parts, new parts. We have some bolts here, but probably some new one coming in with that. Let's take a look in the box here again. Oh yeah, it's a big book of their own stuff. Awesome, no big deal. It's their part catalog. Okay, so all that to go now with this. Look at it, beautiful. Oh, honestly, I may not even have to put a gasket on it because I have the big O-ring here acting as a gasket. I was like technically having dual gasket. That's no good. And we have the long extended bolts for it. So let's try that. Yeah, I think I was having double gasket with that. Actually, not good. So we're just gonna throw that. I just realized there's an O-ring. We just fixed a potential issue for a boost, guys. That's great. There we go. So no more bracket or anything. All we have to do, because basically they send that for intakes that don't have that type of O-ring in them. But having that, we should just be able to bolt that in. Oh, that's a tight fit though. Damn. Okay, let me check if this is the same. Yep, it's the same pattern for those bolts. Hell yeah. Oh, is there a smaller one? Let me check. Don't fall. No, they're all the same length. We'll see if I can thread that far enough. Oh yeah, that's a tight fit. Yeah, I can't thread them all the way down. Hey, what's up, Nero? How you doing, sir? Hey, Big Ol, welcome in. Let's go, guys. Thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate that. Welcome in the lovely garage today, where we're trying to fit a part that doesn't want to fit, because that's what we do the best, right? Wait. Why will that be that long? Those bolts are not fitting in there, and so are those ones. Well, guess what? We're gonna be in a hardware situation problem. Finished work, let's go, Nero. How is it? Do you love your new work? I hope you do. Hope the new job is good, it's treating you well. Still have that, yep. All right, so I think we're gonna trim the bolts. I can't be asked to go buy some new bolts for that intake right now. I think we're just gonna go ahead, remove them. And trim them. And since the other one was a really good match, we're gonna visualize how much we need to keep. There we go. Up, let's put that aside. Oh, that's if we can cut them because they are not fully threaded. Oh my God. Yep, I think it won't match. Carrying your back fucking hurts, but you're carrying the team. Easy, go easy on you, Phil. At your age, everything seems doable, but like, you don't want to get at 30 years old and feeling all shit because of it. All right. So just because we should be able to shorten the bolt actually, because we can cut its all threads almost all the way to the back. Yeah, it is. So we're good. We can actually do it. All right. Front cam. Welcome anybody joining. By the way, if you're new here, let me know. I'm gonna run you through the build. Otherwise, well, enjoy your stay here. So we're gonna go ahead. As you can see, this is about the amount we need. And right now we're having all this. So we can cut it in half and it's gonna work. Let's do that. Oh, you have it. It's a cat. Right, cat? You didn't give me a word, so I added a word for it.
I put my cat on my...
There you go. Haven't put the whole thing. Like, I can't be asked to put the whole thing. It's way too intense. Way too intense. I'll put the cat on the phone. Okay. Oh man, the whole thing, I will just like freaking stop streaming, I think. All right, we're gonna cut some bolts.
Attack!
Front cam.
Yes, sir!
Up.
Doody, 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 doody.
There we go. Let's cut some bolts. So all I'm gonna do is that. I will do one at a time. No rush. There we go. We're just gonna shorten them by half and it's gonna work. You love it here, Hawk. Stop it. Stop. Yeah, and soon what we're gonna do is also leak testing our intake pipe just to make sure we don't have a boost leak, because boost leak on the dyno will result into a crippling boost, which we don't like, so we don't want to see that. All right, let's go. Loud noise. Behave, chat. Behave.
I put my cat on my...
Dude, what are you doing? That's
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I put my cat on my...
Dude, what are you doing? That's
Ah!
Hey, you know, Hawk, you always have the right to time him out if he's not behaving enough to your taste. Just saying, I won't be mad. Yeah. Dual side. Dual side. I was there doing that. All right, let's keep cutting bolts.
to my little friend!
Loud noise.
Get to the chopper!
Now that's a lot of damage!
Oh my god, you guys are mental. I just assume it picked up. Yep, it did pick it up. All right, there we go. 4 bolts, cut it down. We should be good to go with that. Let's grab the nice, the proper fitting there. There we go. That's not the right one. Where are you from? Heck yeah. I love that one, honestly. It's so good. I love it. Hey, you said you're out? Oh, you're out of Tinge of the Week. I thought you were saying you were out. Like you didn't want to watch me anymore. I was like, no. No. All right, I don't know where the proper one is for that. I hate when I'm losing my shit. Oh, that one's working. That's perfect. Lovely. Whee! Back to the car. Back to the car. Back to the car. Right here we are. 6 more plates to stash and we go to the labyrinth. Let's go. Oh, you're doing the plate. You're not doing the other task. That's way easier, Blue. Man, that's wild. Proud of you. The other one, all right, let's make sure the gasket is in place though. We don't want an improperly sealed thing, right? There we go. There we go. Up. Let's start the bottom one there. There. And I'm missing one bolt for some reason. It's not there. Where is it? I dropped it somewhere. Playing with Scotty Chef and Peach to get all together. Oh, fair. I mean, it's really not that bad to do, but like, yeah, the other quest is way better. It's so much easier, so much more fun to just go grab something on ground zero and stash it on shoreline. Hey, I really lost the bolt. Oh yeah, put it on the side there. I'm dumb. What do you mean a sound test? Sound test for what? All right, everything's going in place well. Hopefully we don't have to trim another one. But so far, so good. There we go. How good is that? That looks badass. What we're gonna need now is to bring back the wiring loom to the other side there, but otherwise we're gonna be in business. There. There. And then we're gonna need the Datsun, yeah, we did last stream, but it wasn't like fully successful just because basically we had an issue that I fixed this morning. Did you know you need to have enough fuel in the fuel tank to make it run properly? Like, it ran a few weeks ago really well, and like when I tried last week to start it after we did the full exhaust system, it wasn't working great. So yeah, so this morning I just went to the gas station and basically grabbed some fuel for it, and guess what? It did work. All right, that and one last to finish mounting. There we go. Let's try to torque them all down to the same amount. There we go, and there we go. All right, nice. Look at this. So now, obviously, I cannot crank it to open it by myself, but we should be able now to grab the wires and bring it on, and it should work. What's the counter in the top left, Sabaton? What's that? Why do I still have it? I forgot about it. Man, it's been a while, it's there. Yeah, all right. Hey, what's up, Fisco? It's not supposed to be there? What is that? Well, I know what it is. We did a 24-hour at the end of the year, like on the 30 and 31 of December, and I totally forgot about it. Let me try to find it. Overlays, there it is. I haven't seen it since we streamed. Since then, we haven't done like thousands of streams. Yeah, I'm not prepared for that, but I will be down. Honestly, I could be down to do another incentive to get it done, like to do another one this summer or something like that, like it will be less cold. But basically when we did that, I did use the wooden oven on the corner of the garage to cook my meal. Like I did a ramen soup at night and all that. Like we cook and did our food in here. The only reason I had the right to get out of the garage, and it happened twice, was to go to the bathroom basically. And that's all, because I don't have a bathroom in my garage. That's the only reason. Otherwise, we slept under the Datsun. Like I just put a mattress under here, and the Datsun was fully raised, and we just slept under it, and like people were kind of freaking out. Welcome in, by the way. We're doing the drive-by-wire conversion right now. It's going pretty well, but I think we're gonna run into a major problem, which is I'm missing some hardware. We just got the new throttle body hooked up. So yeah, for those who are not big car nerds like me, look at the difference. We have a bigger thing here, but basically we cannot do that by hand. It's an electric motor and they're doing that for us. So that's gonna do whop, whop, and that's gonna be great. So there we go. And from there, basically, we need to do the conversion. So I brought the Haltech stuff here because we have that. This is the cable for the actual pedal. And here we should have that one here. That's gonna be the one going on this. And that should connect where my two sensors were. So right here, we have a connector right down there that is actually still accessible, which is mental, honestly. Like that's the type of thing you want to have if you have the chance to build a car and get your shit still accessible like that. That's worth so much. So right now I should be able to just go ahead. Maybe I can bring it up. Yes, I can. Heck yeah, baby. Give it to me. Don't want to break it just in case, but there we go. Now I should be able to release that if I have strong enough fingers. Come on. Ow. It's actually hard on the fingers. Come on. Release yourself. Ow. Mandatory 24 hours. Imagine that. Hey, imagine if I was to tell my girlfriend, hey, yeah, you know what? Like tonight we thought about watching a movie and all that. Yeah, nah, won't happen, girls, because like, you know, I kind of have to do a 24 hours now. Oh, man. That will be bad. Come on. Why are you not releasing yourself? I hate connectors that are not too easy to remove. Usually you push it in, do that, and then push it out. There we go. Whew, that was hard. So this part here that was going to two connector should be replaced by that, and that's what I like about that computer. Same connector here, but now we have that, so you can swap some parts like this, and that's huge. Watch it in the garage. Oh man, imagine I just throw the seat in the Datsun and we just like use the computer like we were in a, what is it in English? Cinepark or something like that? It's Cinepark in French, so like, you know, when the cinema you used to go outside, like outdoor cinema, you go with a car and you just like enjoy a movie sitting in your car, and some weird things could happen in those cars and you don't want to know about it. All right, back to here. Where are we going to throw that? Let's throw that in there. 2 grooves, 1 groove, it's going that side like this. Is it plugged in? I think it is. Perfect. Just want to make sure it is well done. And now let's try to throw that under the intake so that we have a not too bad cable management, because cable management is huge. We want to have something clean. Or maybe I should have, you know what? Maybe I should have thrown that in there first, but whatever. Wait for it. There we go. There we go. And now that being said, can I use that? I want to make sure it won't go towards the belt. So I'm trying to bring my connector through. Another passage there. That will maybe make it a little bit harder. There we go. To remove if needed, but that should prevent it from going right on the belt, the accessory belt there. And there we go. Click. Bam. Drive-in Peter. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it was called that way. But yeah, I don't know if you still have some. There was one not so long ago around where I live, but it doesn't exist anymore. Never went to it, so. There we go. Cable management is not too bad. We just have that, and actually everything is cleaner because we remove one cable from the top here. Everything's pretty much in place. That's gonna be our new throttle buddy. How good is that? So we're gonna hope everything's gonna work great with it, but right now the fitment seems really nice. It seems lovely. I don't see any gap anywhere, which means we should be able to just run it like that. Let's test fit our intake pipe just to make sure it still goes in place. So technically this here shouldn't be too hard to just go right there. That's gonna be perfect. So I need a new color for that, but there we go. That's gonna be our new throttle buddy, plumbed in right here with that on top there. Easy peasy. That here is going there, that's okay. Then we should have one more connector that I lost, I guess, right there for the intake temperature stuff. And here we go. So I'm gonna release that again, just because we wanna do a leak test on it to make sure my welds aren't too bad, but otherwise it's pretty much there. Yo, today went really well. I told you that was a really easy win. Cut some bolts, here we go, bam, it fits. Part of me, not gonna lie, wants to remove, we're gonna have to remove those lines to do them again. So there's that. So those two oil lines needs to come out. Once this is done, we have to fix one leak also on the press on, like the coolant line at the bottom, not the top one here that you see, but the other one. And I want to do a leak test on the actual manifold I welded and both intakes tube I welded. So that means we might be dismantling like part of the front soon. Fact. But ideally I would like them not to leak, at least not at first. So yeah, cause like basically since I have to remove a bunch of things there, I kind of want to remove all of that, cause if my turbo manifold is leaking like anywhere, that means we're gonna have troubles with some boost creeping and all that. Same for the intake stuff. So we need to take a look at this, make sure we can pressurize everything to about 10 psi, and if there's no bubble on any welds, because we're gonna spray soapy water on them, it's gonna be good. And like from there, that's gonna give us, like, I don't care, some small leaks on the exhaust line behind the turbo might create ugly sounds, which mean we're gonna go in there and re-weld it if needed, but it won't matter on the dyno in itself. But that, anything between the engine and the turbo, that's a big deal. Behind, like between the rear of the car and the turbo, don't care. Between turbo and engine, major issues. So we're gonna do that as preventive testing to make sure we don't pay for a dyno session and get there and hit the guy just to tell us, well, do your job properly and it should be good, you know? So there's that. But otherwise, yeah, everything should be pretty much ready to get in. Let me grab the small plier we had here to get that in place. I've thrown it somewhere over the rainbow. There, because this is the one, I think 1/4. I don't know if that's the right one actually. For those, I don't think it is. Gonna need a bigger one. Just try to fix the leak, the brake fluid leak again. So we're gonna try to do that. And then after that, if this is still leaking, we're gonna cry. We're just gonna sit down and cry. Sounds like a plan, right? Sounds like a plan. I don't remember what size they are. So right now I'm gonna go right down there. But yeah, we're getting there, guys. Honestly, we're really getting close to it. All right, that's not the right one. Is that 3/8? Maybe it's 3/8 there. Gonna throw that back in its place. And this is not. 3/8 will, no, that's too big. That was a smaller key to get there. Or was that you? Because that's not there. Let me try to figure that out. Or was it 10 mil? Maybe it's just a 10 mil. I feel like 10 mil was too loose on him. I almost threw that on the ground. $11.32 maybe. Yeah, I think $11.32 might be it. Just because basically, if I can make sure that these are not leaking anymore, it will just bring me so much joy, because that means our brake setup is gonna be final. We just have one really small leak, so I just want to try to give it a little something, just a little touch there. Yeah, I guess it's 3/8 then. Shoot, I thought it was something else. I had in mind it was smaller than that, but I think it's I'm confused. Yeah, because that's definitely the good one. So that here, all that is good. All that here. All that here. That's all good. Now, bottom one. And if I'm looking from under the car, so that way. Is that it? Yep, that way. So I need to come towards me if I'm on that side. There we go. got a successful oh yeah, it's still really loose, that one. What the heck? All right, no wonder it was still leaking. Yep. Let's try not to cross-thread it. There we go. Let's do all of them. There we go. Don't want to break another oil thing today, but if you tell me that this is making the brake system reliable just doing that, I'm gonna be happy. There we go. All right, because yeah, it was a bit oily in there. Hey, the middle one, the one that was still leaking, man, it was like double the loose of the other two ones, so no wonder. Now I snug everything tight and just like the top is, so we should be good from now on. Awesome. Might have to redo some bleeding there. Was one of the front brakes, so that's cool. It won't be too much of a deal. All right, there we go. Sheesh. So, yep, I think we're pretty much good there. I think we're pretty much good. That's a nice one, nice progression there. So we need a new oil cooler fitting. Then we're gonna proceed to jump into leak testing everything, but that won't be today. I think for now I'm gonna be out, and I think that tomorrow I might be streaming another time on the Datsun. I will try to go to the hardware shop tonight, try to grab the bolts for the throttle pedal, so that way we can fit that thing front cam. If we can fit that thing inside the car tomorrow, man, we're in business, because I thought that will take us forever to do, but right now we need to slap that plate without that paper on top of that plate, fuse them together with a procedure called welding, and then after that, that thing is going inside the car. And that being like this means we have a thick plate to put our throttle pedal there, and it should be pretty much exactly in the same spot, which means if we get that done, we can open up the computer. We have an update for the computer to do. I've seen some posts about it, and apparently it fixes a few like issues, like faulty stuff and all that. And basically, once this is done, like once we connected and updated that, we're gonna do the procedure to tell the computer, hey, we have now that throttle pedal, and we just have to press it fully open, and it should open the front here. So having everything disconnected like this at the front, we should be able to see it happen and see that golden plate open up by itself like magic. I don't know if I'm playing. I'm gonna, I will message you if I'm playing. We'll message you and Hawk and Micah and like anyone who's willing to play. But I don't know if I'm playing. I'm just gonna check with Flo. If she's in a mood of playing video game, I'm gonna jump in Tarkov for sure. If she's in the mood of watching a movie or something, TV series, whatever, we might just do that and chill out together tonight. I don't know. Honestly, it's gonna be 50-50. She's been out the entire day, so I'm guessing she might be in a mood to just chill on her computer and not have to focus on anything specific. Anyone we can raid. I don't want to leave all of you without anyone wonderful to... Oh, we could raid back Spider Bites actually. He's live right now. Hey. Yep. We could raid him back. That could be cool. That could be really, really cool. Yep, I think we're gonna do that. He's playing some schedule right now, so a drug dealer simulator, which is freaking funny. He's a nice guy. He has a really good vibe. I really, he's like something. He has a good energy. I love it. So go say hello to him. It's gonna be a nice little moment there. And all the lurkers, well, you're gonna be back on some stuff. Did I type it right? I did. So it's gonna be there. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Orange. Thank you so much, anyone who were in here today. I really, really do appreciate you a lot. It's honestly like something unreal. Like, it's surreal, the fact that after a year and a half we're getting so close to having the Datsun up and running and ready to go to the dyno and all that. Still a lot of work. Honestly, there's a lot of details we need to figure out. There's a lot of little things like alignment and stuff like that that we need to get working. Hood to fit, body to reattach and all that, but we're getting there. If we are done with throttle body tomorrow, that means we can start that list, and that means right after the April 11th, if like I'm gonna be out of work, I'm gonna be doing an insane week on the Datsun. We're gonna be working hard on it. So on this, guys, I'm gonna catch you probably tomorrow for some more work on the Datsun. I love you all. Enjoy your evening and catch you later. Bye. I clicked raid and it didn't work. Let's go.